Hello, and welcome to my 30-week update. I can't believe that I'm actually 30 weeks pregnant today. It's something that I've really been looking forward to, and this whole time I kept saying, I can't wait till I'm 30 weeks, I can't wait till I'm 30 weeks. So, to finally actually be 30 weeks, it's pretty crazy. So, I have my list here, and I'll start with cravings. And this is going to be obviously the weeks that I missed up until now, all the stuff that I've been craving. Um, Lately, it's really been a lot of sweets. I know that's really bad, but um, yesterday I had to make sugar cookies. Like, I seriously thought I was going to die if I didn't have sugar cookies, and I had to go to the store and buy stuff to make them from scratch. So I've never made cookies from scratch, but I made them and the frosting. Ugh, it was pretty pointless because it took me an hour to mix everything up, and they took like 8 minutes to bake, and then by the time they were done, I didn't even want them anymore. So I like had half of one, and I have a bunch of dough left, a bunch of frosting left, and I probably won't even eat them. So that was kind of stupid of me, but oh well, I just had to make sugar cookies. So I did that. Let's see. Something that I've noticed that I've been doing this whole pregnancy is butter. Like, I've been putting so much butter and stuff. It's just weird because before I seriously like hardly put any butter in anything, and now like I'll just take a big chunk and throw it in the pan or throw it on whatever I'm eating. I don't even know why. It's just really weird. I've gone through so much freaking butter since I've been pregnant. It's weird. Before, I went through like a big tub, lasted me a year, and now I just go through freaking tubs all the time. Um, Next one is, hold on. Oops. The next craving I had was uh, ice chips. Just, I always buy bags of ice, like a big one, because I drink out of this, which, this is weird. This mug looks blue, but it's actually like purple. So I'm like, when I first like turned the camera on and took a drink, I looked and I'm like, what? This is freaking purple? This is blue. So I guess you can kind of see. But this is like the purple on my shirt, but it's showing up as blue on here, so it's weird. Anyway, I fill this with ice during the day and I drink a bunch of water. So I know I'm not dehydrated, but seriously, like, I put the bag of ice right here on the table, and sorry, you know how there's little chunks of ice, not like the big ones? I went through and dug out the little chunks and seriously was eating them for a half an hour. Like, I just was sitting at the table eating ice. I wasn't playing on the computer. I wasn't texting on my phone. I was sitting eating ice. Like, it was the weirdest thing ever, and when I was done, my whole mouth was numb. I thought I was going to swallow my tongue. I was like, what the heck did I just do? That's so weird. So I had to force myself to stop eating the ice chips because I knew that my mouth was getting way too cold. Tired. I'm really tired a lot. I yawn a lot. I'm going to yawn a million times in this video, but I'm not editing it because I don't want to edit this stupid video. I'm tired. You know, I feel pretty good, but I am tired. I'm hungry a lot. My appetite's pretty big. I gotta stop talking about being tired. um, yeah, the baby moves a lot. Mike feels him all the time. I mean, last night he had his head sitting on my stomach and he was beating his head. The baby was beating his head. It was so cute. Um, so now I'm gonna get into my doctor's appointments. Here we go. Okay, so I had my 28-week appointment on December 29th, and, you know, everything was awesome. I had only gained 3 pounds, so I was at 3 pounds since the last checkup. I was at 116, so that's like 15, 16 pounds of weight gain. I don't know. 17 pounds. And they had me do my glucose test, so I, 1 hour glucose test. I went in there, drank the drink, and then you wait an hour, and then they take your blood, and that's it. Which everybody's like, oh, I hate the glucose test, blah, blah, blah. I was like, this isn't bad. The drink tasted pretty good. It just tasted like orange soda that was flat. And so, also, I had to get the Rogam shot, and if you don't know what that is, it's because my blood type is negative, so if the baby's blood type is positive and I happen to fall or something, and our blood mixes, I could fight the baby off. So, that was pretty weird. I mean, after they took my blood, an hour after the test, they took blood for the Rogam shot. And so I had to come back a few hours later and get it. They had to put this wristband on me. They had to put a wristband on me. So someone else didn't come and get the shot. It just seemed like really serious. And they took my vitals before they gave me the shot. They took them after. So I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of scary. And they put it in my butt, like the top of my butt. It hurt really bad. So that appointment kind of sucked. Whatever, I got the glucose test and the Rogam shot. And then I thought everything was fine and dandy, and I think it was a couple days later or a week later, my phone rings, and it's 9 o'clock at night. I don't know why the doctor was calling me at 9 o'clock at night, but she was like, well, your glucose test came back slightly abnormal. I was like, what? What did you just say? I really have to take a 3-hour glucose test? Yeah, you do. And I was like, this whole pregnancy I've been joking, oh, I'm going to get gestational diabetes with all these sweets I'm eating or something, even though I pretty much know I don't have it. I didn't realize that bread turns to sugar, and I went in and freaking ate a freaking Subway breakfast sandwich and cereal and stuff, so I'm like, dang it. So I went in for the 3-hour test. You can't eat before it, ladies, if you go in for your 1-hour glucose test, don't eat before, because any little thing that you eat can mess it up. And the 3-hour glucose test seriously was like the worst thing that's ever happened to me this pregnancy. Like, it sucked. You drink. Okay. They take your blood. They took my blood. Then you have to wait like a freaking hour for them to process it to make sure you can drink it, because if your blood sugar is too high, they can't give it to you. Then you drink it, which it has twice as much sugar as the 1-hour glucose test. So I drank it. It freaking like made me feel like I was gonna puke. I brought all this stuff with me, like laptop and books and all this stuff, like, oh, watch a movie or something while I'm waiting. No. I couldn't freaking watch a movie because all I was doing was sitting there like, don't throw up, don't throw up, don't throw up, don't throw up, don't throw up. People were probably like, what is wrong with her? Because I'm sitting there like, ugh, 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 like, oh, I looked like I was gonna die. But then every single hour, they take your blood again. So that's a total of 4 times they take your blood. And one time they missed, well, they didn't miss. Okay, they took it from here, which this is my good arm. Then they're like, okay, let's go from this arm. So he stuck it in and he was like, oh, it's by a muscle, so it's really gonna hurt. I was like, great. And then he said, I can't get any blood out of this vein. So I'm like, what? So then he had to go to this arm, so I got stuck one extra time, and they freaking took blood out of this arm 4 times. And then once out of this arm. So he was like, the guy was so dumb. He was like, oh, I hope your vein doesn't blow and all this crap. And I'm just like, oh, what? What are you talking about? You know, it was just awful, awful, awful. And my arms were like sore and ugh, gross. So, yeah, that really sucked. Hopefully she'll call me or not call me to tell me the results of that. Okay, so last thing I'm going to talk about is TMI, but it actually happened. Let me take a drink for a second. Happened last night. TMI alert. Woo! My husband and I were being intimate and stuff, and we got done, and I freaking looked down, and there's freaking blood everywhere. I was like, what? I panicked. I went into the bathroom. Blood was on my legs. You know, it's like if you're on your period and you have sex. That's what it was like. So I was like freaking out, and my husband, of course, he gets on Google and he's like, everything. Seriously, this is freaking annoying. I don't know why I keep yawning. Okay. He was like, every website says that it's normal. As long as I'm not cramping in pain or having contractions. Basically, what happened was the position that we were in, he irritated my cervix, and I pretty much knew something was up because it hurt. Like, it hurt when we were doing it, and I didn't want to say anything because, you know, mood killer, ow, you're hurting me, whatever. I just sucked it up. And so, yeah. Basically, I feel fine. I'm not bleeding anymore. The baby's moving around like crazy as usual. Really think that he just hurt my cervix. And so, I'm just taking it easy today, drinking lots of water, and, yeah. What was I going to say? Trying to rest. So we probably just won't do it again for a couple of weeks. And when we do it again, we're not going to do the position that we were in that hurt. We'll just do, you know, whatever we normally do that doesn't hurt. Because this whole pregnancy, 30 weeks, I have not bled one single drop. So to see blood was like pretty scary. I don't know how women, you know, go through miscarriages and stuff because I knew my baby was fine. I could feel him moving around. So to be early in your pregnancy and to be bleeding and not know if your baby's okay, I think that's probably like the worst feeling in the world, and I give all you girls who have been through that props because I knew my baby was fine. I saw blood and I pretty much wanted to cry. So I'm just happy my husband was there and he calmed me down. So, yeah, I'll just mention it to my doctor, obviously next appointment I have. But like I said, I think we're fine. I feel fine. Just not gonna do that again. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I'll do a belly shot, and that should be it. My next doctor's appointment is January 25th. And I will be, let me check this on my calendar. I'll be almost 32 weeks. So, and then I'm not sure after that I might go every 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, belly shot time. Okay. This is me from the front. And from the side. Other side. Pretty big. Okay, this is what I look like without it. Excuse the pants, they have like a string that I tuck in. So as you can see, I have the line of pregnancy. Goes from here, and look at my belly button. Looks really weird. So, it's pretty round. Alright. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.